Hey everybody, it's Tony Aldridge here. I don't know how you found this video, if you found it off of workwithtonyaldridge.com or if you actually watched my gas war video, or if you just actually came across it on YouTube. But what I'm going to do on this video is I'm basically going to show you how to take an average mortgage across the United States, and by not paying any fees, you're not going to refinance or anything, you're basically going to save over half your interest rate by doing this little simple step that I have. I was in mortgages for 2.5 years, and I showed a few people back then. That was, to be honest, that was back in the early 90s. Interest rates in the early 90s had the first drop. So I came up with this system back then, and I shared it with a few people, but I never really did anything with it. I used it personally. So now I'm going to actually share it with everybody, because it's something that everybody can do, and it's a simple, free, easy way to basically secure your future. With what you're going to save, I'm going to show you how you can save almost on an average mortgage across the United States. I'm going to show you how you can save about $100,000 free. So hopefully you like this video, you subscribe to me on YouTube, come look me up at www.workwithtonyaldridge.com. My next video after this one, I told you, it's a 3-video set. The first one's gas wars, the second one is how to save half your interest rate, the last one is going to be tax breaks, the secrets of the rich, which in my opinion is the most important video. So after you watch this one, hopefully you look up my tax breaks video. It's something that, like I said in my last video, you're crazy if you do not take advantage of the secrets to the rich tax breaks. It's something that's very simple to do. Everybody in the United States can do it, and you're securing your future. Most Americans nowadays live paycheck to paycheck. Stop. Help yourself out, secure your future. So hope you enjoy this video. Get with me, let me know what you think, and let's get started. Okay, I pulled this up for everybody to see. What does the average homeowner pay on a mortgage? This is the national average. You can see that Hawaii is pretty high. The average home mortgage in Hawaii is $677,000. Now, the national average of home loans is $222,000 with a payment of $1,061 average monthly payment. And what I told you I was going to do here was I was going to show you how to cut your interest rate in half without refinancing or paying fees. There's a lot of people out there that don't have good credit, and they're not in this 4% rate. So if you're somebody that has a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% interest on a home mortgage, this is going to be more of an advantage to you than somebody that's sitting at 4%, or even my interest rate on my home was 2.9%. So I mean, some people this isn't going to affect. Some people it's going to affect more than others. But of course, if you have a $677,000 mortgage, then you're going to want to pay attention to this really close. And you can go down and see Washington, New Jersey, New York, Maryland. They're all at over 300,000. But to show you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this 222,000 just to show you how you can save. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is the simplest way, and it's basically a bi-weekly mortgage payment. So we're going to take this $220,000. We're going to put the interest rate in there at just 5%, and we're going to do 30 years, and then we're going to calculate. Now you can actually see here that your monthly payment is $1,191, and your biweekly payment is basically that cut in half. Now, where this affects you at, let me pull up my calculator here. Where this really affects you at is we're going to take this total interest paid, 207,000, and we're just going to round it, and we're going to minus it by 167,000. That's a payment. That's a savings of $40,000 just by splitting your payments into bi-weekly payments. Now, there's a lot of banks out there that will do this. A lot of your local banks, what you do is you pay one payment, and then you turn around and let's say your payment's due on the 1st. You make a half payment on the 15th, and then you make another half payment on the 1st. Now, by doing that, they're not able to charge you interest for that 15 days that you put your first payment down. So you're not changing anything. You're not refinancing. You're not paying any fees. All you're doing is taking what you pay right now, splitting it in half, and making two different payments. The key to it, though, is you have to be ahead. So you have to make your full payment on the 1st, and then you have to make a half payment on the 15th. So you have to come up with half your mortgage payment. But like I told you in the other video, with gas prices the way they are, everybody in the United States right now has an expendable income. Why not take that extra money that you have, split your payment in half, and save yourself $40,000 over the lifetime of your loan? But that's not it. I want you to come down here and see this amortization chart. When you actually split your mortgage payment in half, you can see here, your first year it doesn't really change much. But while you're down here in year 26, you don't pay anymore. Your mortgage is gone. So you're 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years you won't have a payment. So if you have 5 years of not having a payment and you're already saving $40,000, get my calculator back up here. You're already saving $40,000, but you pay that per month. That's $12,000. 12,000 times oh, sorry. Kind of mind's getting with me here. But that's basically $12,000 over the course of the year times 5 years. You're going to save yourself $60,000 in mortgage payments. Plus, you're going to add the interest that you saved. You just saved $100,000 on your mortgage, and all you did was split it bi-weekly. Now, there are some banks out there that won't let you do that. Like I said, there's two ways to take advantage of the lower gas prices, expendable income, to save for your future. The first way is the bi-weekly payments. The second way is if your bank won't let you do it. And like I said, a lot of banks will, but some banks won't. If you mail in your payment, maybe you can't do it. But if your bank won't let you do it, there's one other way to do that. And that is to come right here, and when you mail in your payment, you add 10% to it. Now, we do have an expendable income. So on basically your payment here, you're basically going to add another $120 to your payment. That doesn't really affect you greatly. I know a lot of Americans, a lot of guys in the U.S., families in the U.S., they live paycheck to paycheck. But like I said, in 2015, you've got an expendable income. You've got cheaper gas prices. Why not take that extra $120 and put it towards your principal? Now, what you do there is you mail in your payment, and then you add the extra $120 to your principal. By doing that, it will actually have the same effect as splitting it into a bi-weekly payment. The disadvantage to that, though, is you do actually have to add 10% to your payment. But if you're able to do the bi-weekly, all you basically do is split it in half. Hopefully this helped out a few people. Like I said, I was in the mortgage industry for 2.5 years. I did this on my very first mortgage back when I think it was like 8%. It depends on what your interest rate is. Rule of thumb on refinancing, if you're going to live there for 5 years or you can save 2%, you're supposed to refinance. In this particular way, you don't have to pay to refinance. You don't have any closing costs. You don't have any fees. You basically just split your payment in half. So hopefully there's some people out there that's going to take advantage of this. You know, I told you in my first video about the gas prices that I was going to do this video. The next video is a pretty important video for everybody in the United States. It is basically the secret of the rich. It's tax advantages and tax breaks. Hopefully you'll come watch that last video. And I can actually show you how last year alone I got back $6,300 on my tax return by just using the secrets of the rich, having the tax advantages. So come watch my next video on tax advantages, tax breaks, secrets of the rich. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of taxes. We're going to talk a little bit about Robert Kiyosaki. We're going to talk about the advantages of having a tax break and how you can do that for little to no money at all. So come see me on the next video. Take care, everybody, and God bless.